Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tim. I started this channel to document my journey on the Sub 3 Marathon. And today, as you've seen by the title, I'm doing a time trial for the marathon. I wanted to run 2 marathons this year. Didn't enter one. I was going to enter Chester, kind of put that off. I did half a training block for that and then just didn't decide on entering. And then Yorkshire, I was going to enter last minute, but just financially, it didn't make sense. I didn't want to have to pay a couple of hundred to stay the night before. And I didn't really want to drive 3 hours in the morning of the race and then drive 3 hours home after the race as well. So decided to just do a time trial. And I think today's going to be the day. My watch says I should be able to run a 3:23 marathon. My PB is 3:21. I would like to get under 3:20 today, even though it's a solo time trial. I still think I can get under 3:20. I'm going to be running it around the roads by me, which are reasonably hilly, but I'm just going to do possibly a couple of laps of a certain route that I sometimes do. But there is a hill that is about a 10% grade, so it's like 40 plus meters elevation gain over about 400 meters. So it's pretty brutal, but I'll try and limit the number of times I do that. And with a pretty flat out and back over about 5K. So that might be good just to get some flat. I'm going to be taking 6 gels with me. I've got the Torque energy gels. They're predominantly cycling, but they're a decent gel and they're just flavorless ones. I've been using the flavored ones and they're just a little bit too potent for me. So the flavorless ones are similar to kind of the Morton taste. Like there is a bit of a flavor there, but it's pretty muted. I've got the Alphafly 3s on today. I'm gonna see how they go again over the marathon distance. I was considering using the Adidas Prime X, but I think just there's a little bit of downhill in this as well, and as my legs get tired, I don't think I'm going to enjoy running in the high stack of the Prime X. I think my legs would be a little bit less fatigued towards the end of the marathon with the Prime X, but I think I'm going to go with the Alphafly today. In terms of water, I'm going to probably leave a bottle outside my house and then probably loop in, grab it, drink it, and then put it somewhere on the driveway. So hopefully I can do that like maybe 3 or 4 times just to get a bit of water on board. But normally I just use the gels, so I don't normally drink too much during the marathon anyway. But that's enough about all that. Let's just head out there and see how we feel, see if we can even complete the marathon distance today, because my training hasn't had that many long runs in it, and I probably wouldn't recommend anyone else doing this, but I just wanted to get out there and do another marathon. So yeah, let's go get it. All right, there's a little bit of breeze out. I've stashed a bar stool out the front of my house with a bottle with water. Jen's taken the dogs on a walk, so she's not going to be around, but hopefully we'll get her in the end of the marathon. Hopefully she can give me some support out the front of the house when I'm doing some loops. But yeah, it's reasonably warm, so probably not ideal. Little bit of breeze which might cool me down, but yeah, I'm just going to do a little bit of a warm-up. All right guys, let's go. I'm going to get this started. All right, watch it started. Let's go. Okay, I'm at this first hill. It's about 40 meters of elevation gain. I'm just taking it pretty easy up it. I don't want my heart rate to go over 150. Probably gonna try to keep the heart rate around 150 until 32k if we get that far. We're just gonna see how we go. It's probably gonna be a lot of elevation gain in this, and it's a lot windier than I thought. Let's keep going though. Okay, that's that hill done. Got a bit of a downhill now, and then a steep downhill, and hopefully a fair bit of flat. until about 10k. So feeling okay. It's just that hill does take it out of you when you're going a bit harder effort. Okay, made it to the downhill section, which will be lovely and get a bit of a recovery, but still make sure I keep the pace up so I don't beat my quads up. One thing I do love about the area I live in is, I mean, look at the scenery. It's beautiful, and yeah, it's a bit hilly, but when you get to do long runs or marathon time trial and you got scenery like that, yeah, it kind of makes it worth it. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. Okay, that's the 5k split. I don't know, it's up on the screen. Having the first gel. Just wait for this car to go past. Having the first gel. If you got any tips on taking gels, let me know. I normally try and do it while a big breath through my nose and then breathe out through my mouth after I've taken in some of the gel, and then do that over a bit of time. I don't try and rush it, but yeah, let me know any top tips because I'm not very good at it. Just gonna say it now, not even 6k in. I really don't like Alpha Fly 3s. I think it might be just because it's a size too big, but I don't know. I think hopefully Adios Pro 4 is a shoe for me and I can get my hands on it, and yeah, it suits me, but I don't know. I think Alpha Fly 2s were better, to be honest, but mine were defective, so I had to send them back. Alright, 6k. Alright, let's keep going anyway. Made the decision now. Sticking with it. Okay. It's a 10k split. Just under 46 minutes, I think. I feel fine. I've taken my second gel. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll voice over it if not. Taking my second gel, realised I'm going to take them every 5k, and I've only got 6. So I should have brought a 7th. Hopefully Jen can pop one out the front for me. I'll see you next at home. Try and get some water. Coming into the house. Don't think Jen's here. Nope. Successful. Went alright. We're back to the beautiful scenery. We're coming up to 15k. I feel good. I can feel my hip flexors starting to tighten, and heart rate's gone a bit over 150 on the ups, but I feel pretty good considering training recently, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. Let's see if we can maintain a similar pace for the whole thing and not go too hot in any sections, but yeah, it's not too bad. Definitely enjoying it. I think fueling's about right every 5k for me. I definitely feel like my heart rate drops again after fueling every 5k, so continue that. I don't know if my stomach can take on 6 or 7 gels, but it has before, so I've just not done it recently. But going good. Enjoy the scenery for a bit. Okay, that's a 15k split. I hope this is not on time lapse because I actually put it on time lapse and had to slow down to try and fix it. But yeah, 15k split. I'm gonna take another gel. Let's go. We'll see you around 20k and half marathon. coming up to 20k soon. Have another gel then. Going alright. Definitely hip flexors are starting to tighten, so I'm trying to use my hamstrings a bit more, try and not put too much tension on the hip flexor, but yeah, we'll see you. Oh, old boy that always rides up and down this road, true gentleman, I love him. He was talking to one of the farmers and I went past and he's like, when are you running this marathon? I was like, I'm actually doing a time trial today, and he kept running past. So I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's a legend. Alright, see you at half marathon. Just went through half marathon just then, just under an hour and 37 minutes, so tracking alright. I can do another decent half, I'll be super happy. Come on, hip flexors getting super tight. That's right. That's alright, I'll try and push on. Coming back to the house, hopefully Jen's here. Nope, not out here.
You're a bit late.
I know, I'm gonna need another gel in about an hour. Yeah. Jen's worried. I feel alright. We'll just stop if I think it's gonna get dangerous. Okay, coming back up to this hill. Heartbreak Hill. Gonna take it a bit easier up the hill. This is the third lap, so legs are starting to feel it for sure. And yeah, just want to try and finish. And we'll see how we go. God, it's quite warm. That was the 25k split. I think I'm going alright. It's getting tough for sure. Just waiting for this car to go past. It's getting tough for sure, but I'm alright. I'm hanging in there. My legs are starting to hurt. Hip flexor seems okay for a bit. Hopefully that's the last time I need to go up that hill, but I'll see how much I've got to go when I finish the next lap. Coming up to 30k. Can definitely feel cramps coming on. Just going to try and relax and run for as long as I can without letting them cramp. The goal would be to just run without stopping to stretch out cramps the whole time, which would be a huge breakthrough for me. So yeah, that's 30k up on the screen. 12 more to go. 0.2. Ah, come on. Ah, God. Only 500 meters past 30k and my right hamstring's about to lock up. I'm trying to run through it, but if it locks up, I think I'm just gonna have to call it because it's just not worth it. Ah, not worth it. And we can just make it a decent effort, training run, and we can go again another time, hopefully this year. If not, next year is fine, but it's not worth risking injury. If I'm cramping, end up tearing it or something, it's not worth it. Push on as long as I can. Come on. That's 20 miles in. Oh, the cramps. My right leg's locking up, and I think I'm going to pull the pin. So it's not looking good. Try and get to the end of the road and walk home. Oh, that's tough. I expected a marathon, but time trial wise, not worth it. I don't really mind. Good effort. Be a good 2.5 hour long run. Up tempo. Pretty tough. So, oh god, not looking good, bro. Okay, that's both legs locking up now. Left one's going. I'll try and just get up this hill home, and we'll call it. That left hamstring, not looking good. Come on. Alright guys, we're making it home. Oh, and we're going to call it here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm stopping it there. Oh, nah, 2 hours, 37 minutes. Cramps too much. Cramps far too much. I'm glad I put a bar stool out here. Oh. We'll wait for Jen to come out. Don't need that last job. Yeah, that's it. I'm calling it, guys. Hamstrings are about to pop. Not worth it in a training run. Yes, it was meant to be a time trial. Pretty much failed, but hey, we know around that effort, that pace, like the 4:30 odd, 4:35, definitely on flat. I think I can maintain that, and then I've just got to battle through the cramps in a race, but I probably could have kept going, but I just don't want it enough, and that's pretty much the way my races have gone this year. I've just not been really in the zone and not wanted it. So yeah, we'll have a shower and then have a recap, but I feel like I could have kept running, but yeah, what's the point? I don't know why I even bothered. Do you think I should have bothered? Or yeah, why not? Heck, it was a good 33k long run with a decent effort, so yeah, I'm happy. It doesn't matter, and we'll keep going. Hopefully a marathon next year, but I just didn't want this one enough. Okay, so I literally just filmed about 5 to 10 minutes of chatting, pointing with the camera pointing the other direction. So I'm hopefully going to remember what I said, and we'll just do it again with the camera pointing at me this time. But yeah, I've had a shower, had a bit of time to think about it and that, and I'm pretty disappointed that I didn't keep running, but I just didn't want it enough, and I was kind of a bit worried that I might get injured just with cramps, and I didn't want to tear a muscle or something like that. And you know, you have those doubts during a marathon, but yeah, I need to want it more to actually get through those kind of the last 10k. So if it was in a race, or if I actually really wanted to push, yeah, I would have kept going. But today, called it quits at 33k, and that's fine by me. It was a good solid effort, and it gives me a good idea of the pace that I can sustain for a marathon, hopefully without cramping, but it gives me an idea of around sub 3:15 pace, or around around there, 3:15, give or take 2 minutes. So I think I can maintain that for a full marathon. Granted, I'm going to slow towards the end, maybe with some cramping and that. Hopefully not, if we get to the bottom of why it's happening. But yeah, so I think some good has come out of it, and it was a solid, well-fueled long run at the end of the day. So I am quite happy with that. A plus that came out of this was my right hip flexor did start to tighten up, and I think I said that in the videos. But then after a little while, kind of closer to 20, maybe 24k, 25k, I can't remember, it did start to loosen up as the kind of hamstring cramps started coming. But The right hip flexor did kind of go away, so I'm not as worried about that. I'm still going to target that and try and focus on stretching and strengthening my glutes and hamstrings just to try and help it. But yeah, I think that's definitely a plus that came out of this. In terms of fueling, I think every 5K having a gel definitely works for me, even if it's just after 5K, like 5.5K, between 5 and 5.5K. I think that is kind of when I need to fuel. I don't know how many carbs that is per hour. I don't know what's in the gels. I can't really remember. But every 5K I think is pretty good for me, and it was working all right. Like I definitely felt quite good aerobically, and my heart rate was kind of staying around where I wanted it to. It did go a bit higher towards the end, but that's what's going to happen anyway in the marathon when you start getting fatigued and having to work harder to keep it going. So I think I'm going to go back into training, probably not for a full marathon, but I might just get some good threshold work in and some speed work and try and just maintain kind of my fitness level at the moment. Unless I can find maybe a 5 or 10K that I want to do later in the year, maybe in December, just for a bit of fun, and maybe for a 5K, I would like to dip under 18.5 minutes again. And for a 10K, I'm not really that fussed on doing a 10K again, but I do eventually want to look for like a faster 10K route and try and get maybe under 38.5 minutes for the 10K. I'm not sure what kind of time frame that'll be, like when I'm looking at doing it, but hopefully maybe for the 5K we'll do it this year. But I'll continue to try and make some videos of training in that, maybe just some fun ones. I might even go out and do some park runs and have a look at some different park runs around the area. But yeah, let me know if you think it was a bit silly to go out and try and run a marathon time trial without that much training. I've still been training like pretty consistently throughout, but not many long runs, definitely not pushing up to 30K recently. But, I just wanted to go out there and give it a go, so I'm not that bothered. Even if I get some hate, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, I look forward to maybe trying to do some long run workouts towards later in the year. And if you are new here and you've made it all the way to the end of the video, please subscribe and come on the journey with us. And if you did like the video, smash the like button, because why not? I went through pain to try and make a video during a full marathon time trial, and I failed, so maybe just hit the like button, it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat and have a bit of a rest, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.